People, make sure that you go ahead and check out the Beeline Entertainment Stuff and Things shop. We got all merchandise that you're looking for, everything to promote the show. That's right, from hats to glasses to cups to sweatshirts to t-shirts, you name it. Boys, girls, babies, whoever wants to show off that they love watching the Beeline Entertainment LLC. We can't wait to see you in your brand new gear. Come on and check it out today. Let's go! Hey, what up, y'all? My bad. I was over there jamming for a minute. Hey, what time is it, guys? It's Thursday, isn't it? We almost at the end of the week here. These weeks are going fast, yo, and I'm being very serious. These weeks are going fast. I don't know if it's a change in the shift of the Earth, the planets, or the Fantastic Four. I don't know what it is, yo. Well, these weeks are going fast because it was just Tuesday and now it's Thursday. Last show of the week. So you know we in the entertainment mode, baby. The Beeline Entertainment Show. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you know, then you know you should go over to YouTube and you should like and you should share and you should follow. You should subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. Let you know when we're coming on. And we're going to be on every Thursday, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. And we're going to be rocking with you, me and Kyle. We got a really fun night for you guys tonight, especially if you guys are from back in the day. Nostalgia night, baby. We're going to be talking about a lot of stuff that's going to ring your bells. And you'll be like, oh, I remember that. You're going to put some smiles on your face when you see it and when you hear it. One of the best things about like having all this social media and all these accounts is you could just remember like so much stuff, you know. Our parents and stuff, they didn't have that stuff back in the day. They just kind of had to think about it, you know. They was boring. They had to think with their brains. We get pictures and videos, might as well just go back in time and shit. But yo, listen, I'm ready to have some fun. It's going to be a really good night. We even got a little bit of a watch list. We're going to talk about some stuff. And Kyle's here, I'm here. So you know what we got to do. Play that intro. Let's go. Right, it's the entertainment show and we live, baby. We coming at you live. Hey, I wanted to let you guys know, yo, I hope you guys have been enjoying. We've kind of been on a forward motion lately. We've been talking and we've been on screen every single week like we're supposed to. This is going to continue. We're going to be on screen every single week. We're going to have a brand new episode for you on the Beeline Web Show on Tuesday nights, as well as Straight Through the Ropes Wrestle Talk on Wednesday nights. And then on Thursday nights, we're going to close out the week with the Beeline Entertainment Show. And you can get all these shows over on YouTube. You can get them on, you know, Facebook. We host on Twitter, on Twitch. Definitely check us out everywhere. But we're actually going to be taking a short break in I think around July. So it's going to be July. We're going to take about a month off, and then we're going to get some stuff together. I'm going to go have a new baby coming, and then we're going to get ready for that. And then after that, yo, we coming right back, bro. We're going to be right back. We're going to be, I think at the end of July, we'll have August, and then right at the, you know, third week of September or so is when we're going to revamp. We're going to come back. It's going to be a lot of fresh stuff happening, and it's going to be amazing, bro. You always got to go away a little bit to come back. You know what I mean? You got to go away, come back. and we've been rocking pretty steady for like a year now. So I'm really happy. I love it, man. I say it like I'm gonna go completely away, but I'll still be on TikTok and still doing stuff. I can't get away from this anymore. This is who I am. I'm Brian B, baby. Speaking of Brian B, I got a partner with me on Thursday nights, and I love the way he thinks and the conversation that we have. And I know y'all like him too, because y'all been watching. Y'all love the entertainment show. Bringing him to the stage, it's your boy Kyle. Eric, what up, Kyle?
What's going on? What's going on?
Feeling good, bro. Feeling good tonight, man. I feel good. Like I say all the time, I love the entertainment show, man.
Yep.
It's the easy, great conversation, a lot of fun. I love the entertainment show, bro.
Yeah, a lot of fun. And shout out to everybody that's been watching. The numbers are going up. So, big ups to everybody that's been watching, everybody that's been participating, because that's giving us ideas for for future shows, So,
yeah, please. Guys, please hit the comments, man, especially nights like this where we're going to talk about a lot of things that you guys remember, and we're going to have some interactive questions. So please hit the comments and tell us how you feel. Tell us what you remember. Nostalgia night, baby. We going back to the 90s and the 2000s, because that's the time where we was, man. That was our generation, man. We came up with all the fun stuff, the last of the fun stuff for the kids. I'm talking about commercials. I'm talking about, speaking of commercials, top 5 favorite TV commercials is what we're talking about tonight from back in the day. It's going to be a really fun top 5 for you guys. That's coming in with right after the hour. That's usually when we hit the top 5. But hey, what you been going on, Kyle?
Man,
how's the week, man?
My week has been pretty good. I had some stuff going on, pretty busy. Gonna end it on Friday. Friday I'm going to see a play.
Okay.
Right. Friday, I'm going to see a play, turn that into a date night,
Nice.
and nice. And it's going to be a great time despite this weather we've been having. Like, it's been over here has been very overcasty. There's been a couple days of sunlight, but most of the time it's overcast, rain, and clouds.
Sounds about right. Yeah, that's how it's been over here too.
Oh man.
Same thing. Yeah, we getting that summertime. We're gonna be missing it, because as soon as we get that heat down here, bro, you can forget about it.
Look, I invite it. Because the winters over here. I know it could be worse. You know what I'm saying? But the winters over here, they like to stick around.
Yeah. I feel you there. We miss them. We miss them because it be getting nasty out here. Them damn big ass mosquitoes welt you all up.
Oof.
But listen, guys, we got a little bit of a watch list. I'm trying to do the watch list every week. This watch list is going to be conducting of things we haven't seen yet. But before I tell you or give you any hints or anything, let's get ready for the watch list. Today on the watch list, we're going to be talking about 2 things that are coming up this month. I think this month or next month. It is next month, actually. And they're a lot of fun. They've been on for a while, and they're both concluding this year. And first things first, and it's a fan favorite. Speaking of nostalgia, this is, back in the day, I believe they're heading into like the 90s. If they weren't in the 90s before. But I'm talking about Stranger Things season 5, baby. I'm super ready for it. Apparently, I believe it's coming out on June 5th. So you're gonna have the first episode. I think it was announced a while back, but I just started seeing trailers and stuff like that, or at least posters and stuff for it. I'm really excited for Stranger Things. Kyle, you a Stranger Things watcher?
I am a Stranger Things fan. I've been hearing a lot about this, this show finally concluding. Yeah. Honestly, I thought they could have ended it after season 4. You know what I'm saying? But because mostly because look at how old the kids are. They're not kids anymore. They're in their 20s. Millie Bobby Brown is married, and just it's like, how long do you think they can do this for? As far as playing these characters,
Yeah, they're definitely. I mean, it's interesting because this show started out an amazing show. When I remember when it first came on, and I was trying to see if I was going to get into it. This is still Stranger Things was one of the first episode the series on Netflix that I was really like, okay, Netflix got some good shows. Like Netflix is trying to, keep you invested. And I started watching Stranger Things and Cobra Kai, and really started getting into the Netflix shows. But like you said, the story has built, and yeah, the kids is definitely older. They're grown ass people now. But I mean, I think that if we get a really good conclusion, these are going to be epic episodes. They're not going to be like, little 40-minute segments.
Nah, they're going to be movie length. They're like, get ready for that 2 hour per episode.
I'm ready. I'm ready, bro. I think that's going to be the best thing for them. The one thing that I'm hoping, bro, is nothing against nobody at all, but I really don't want to see a narrative with all this, woke or modernized stuff. I really just want to see a good ending to the show, man. Just like, it's been such an eventful show, especially the last season when they were really fighting. He was fighting with the basketball team, and then of course Eddie. It was so much like, that was brought in. You saw, what's his name, Venkman or Vector, whatever.
Yeah.
All the V's.
that whole saga was intense, and you could tell that they upped Netflix gave them the whole budget. I swear, the effects were phenomenal. But also I gotta give credit to one character that I feel like she's not part of the main group, but I gotta give it up to her, and that's like Dustin's girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
The
one that,
like
smart girl. I don't even know her name.
Yeah, right. But it's just like, speaking of nostalgia, okay, that was early internet.
Yeah.
The nerdism she was spitting that whole time, talking about IP addresses and everything else like that. And they're like, what is that? What is that? What is that? I'm like, oh. So this is what we're doing. Not only are you giving us basically every 80s freaking trope in the world, but you're gonna hit us right where the internet was just becoming a thing to the mainstream.
Exactly. Yeah. People getting popular with households and stuff like that.
Exactly.
And I mean, not even really then, because remember, you didn't really have computers in your house until like
not regularly. No.
Yeah, late 90s, yo.
Yeah.
That was later on. Speaking of nostalgia, that was one of the things I was thinking about is like public libraries, man. When you're going to public libraries, and back in the day, you wanted to get on a computer, you had your classroom or school, you had the computer lab. It wasn't even computers in every class and everything. Computer lab, and then you had, the library. If you had to do a book report, or if you had to do nothing was as convenient as is now. Now you just sit in the fucking chair and just look at your phone. Do everything.
It is very. You could do everything on your phone. You need something printed out. Oh, I just Bluetooth, hook it up to my printer.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's it. You barely have to move. And
crazy.
Like, while that's fun, it can also be a bit of an issue because we're too dependent on it now.
That's right. And as soon as it goes away, people don't know what to really do. I really hope my internet's not acting wonky. It's been going weird today.
Speaking of the internet, I think they heard us, man. They heard us.
They heard us. And that doesn't that always happen? It's like the second time that's really happened when we start talking stuff about like the internet and everything like that or whatever. But
they're saying too much.
Yeah, man, for real. Stranger Things season 5, guys. June 5th, I believe the episodes are going to start. Well, they're going to drop the season. Looking forward to it. I don't think it's a 2-parter. I think this is the last one.
I hope it's not. I'm done. I'm like this whole 2-part business, 1-part, 2-part business. Come on.
I just want to see it, bro. I just want to see it.
This is the last season. But here's the thing. It's not going to be the last time we see Stranger Things, because they did announce an animated series.
Oh, okay. That's cool. That's cool. I like when they transition in that way. It gives you a little bit more to look forward to with the story and everything like that. So that's dope.
Yeah, I have no idea if it's going to be like episodic or one big thing. I don't know where it's going to fall, but I do know that they were talking about it last year, and they're still moving forward with it. So it's going to be interesting.
Well, that's definitely dope. I mean, another thing that we looking forward to, speaking of parts, coming in, I believe it's later in June, is going to be the continuation of Squid Games. And this another one, a show that I never, ever thought I was going to get into.
Mm.
But Squid Game, came onto the scene and basically took over, man, because it was such a crazy concept.
Yep.
And I mean, it was one of those things that kind of hits you and you look at it and remember like the original, art, that you saw when you were scrolling through Netflix was like, dollhouse looking pink walls. And
Mm-hmm.
then you start watching, you're like, okay, these guys are playing the game, whatever. And then freaking doll turns around and it's all, and of course the music goes with it, everything, the characteristics, everything goes with it to make it. But then the doll starts killing everybody who doesn't, red light, green light correctly. Bruh, this shit was phenomenal, man. And not only behind that, but it also had like a really good story behind it. And
I was like, I was just like, I was having more fun watching people talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I hadn't actually watched it. And I like myself some Korean dramas. You know what I'm saying?
It's good. That's one that I would definitely say is a must see, man. It's a really, especially if you haven't watched the first one. The second season, in my opinion, I thought it was gonna be dumb because I was like, how are they gonna do this all again? But they really made a good story, man. And it ended on a great cliffhanger. And it fully has you invested. So
that's great.
That's coming out on the end of June as well. So guys, that's the watch list for tonight, man. Definitely check those out. I'm pretty sure you were going to anyway. But we're gonna start having some more movies that are gonna be coming because listen, they just dropped the trailer for Superman. And I got this to say about Superman real quick. I hear a lot of people complaining. I hear a lot of people talking. We haven't even watched the damn movie yet, and people, already all over the place. James Gunn has a good track record, and I'm telling you right now, I got a feeling this movie is going to be incredible, bro. I saw a lot of characters in the trailer. I think it's going to be really good.
I have expectations. Not like I'm trying to keep my expectations to a minimum because I'm the type of person like I love Superman. Haven't read all the comics or anything like that, but my thing is I wanted a fun Superman again. After watching this, the Snyderverse and everything, I like, no offense, I liked where some of those went, especially Wonder Woman, but the first Wonder Woman movie was dope. Okay, nobody can fight me on that.
It was pretty good.
The first one was dope. The second one,
no, don't even do it, Kyle. We're going to a full-on debate right now.
Yeah. The second one had problems. Okay, it had very noticeable problems.
Yes,
that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that second one, man. We watched. I remember that junk came out for Christmas, bro. And like you just said, because the first one was so good. We're talking about Wonder Woman, guys. I know you guys see Superman, but this was started the conversation. But yeah, when we first saw Wonder Woman, of course you saw Wonder Woman and Batman versus Superman, and she had a big role. Like she played a big part in it. So you wanted to see her standalone, and her standalone was pretty good for Ares. It was decent.
Yeah.
But then when that second one came out, and I'm like, oh, she's fighting Cheetah, but there's no way this can be ass. And boy, was I wrong, man. That movie was so damn boring.
Man, there was so much they could have done, but there was too many. I think there was way too many cooks in the kitchen on that one.
Probably. Second one sure was a thing, wasn't it? Yeah,
exactly.
It was not good, man. It was not good, and I felt bad because I had geared everybody up. I'm like, yo, we're gonna watch Wonder Woman. I know it's gonna be good. It's all good as Christmas. And that shit, Wonder Woman 88 or whatever. And she was like traveling back in time.
I think 84. Yeah. That trailer hooked me. Like that trailer that hooked me, watching her lasso the lightning and go through and use the invisible jet. All that stuff that hooked me. Even the first few minutes of the movie with the flashback and her having to learn to not rush through things and all that, and all that stuff. That was cool. And then I don't know what the heck happened. I have no idea. If you were gonna bring in Cheetah, like if you were gonna bring in Cheetah, like early on to the thing. Don't give me this like Donald Trump looking dude, that just
Cheetah was badass too.
Like,
We'll see.
If you like it, cool. If you like it, fine. I'm just saying it had some issues for me.
Yeah, you're right. Definitely right. But guys, definitely go check out Stranger Things as well as Squid Game if you're interested. Apparently, a lot of people are interested. They're wrapping up, man. No more of those, except like Kyle said, it might be an animated series for Stranger Things. So that'd be dope. But I guess one more piece. This is kind of jumping into the nostalgia conversation we about to have. And I just saw this a little while ago. But you see, Buffy the Vampire Slayer is returning, man. They're doing a reboot show, and I just saw basically Sarah Michelle Gellar just called I guess the new Slayer who's going to be in the show for the new series, Ryan Armstrong, Kira Armstrong.
That's a strong name.
Yeah, very strong name.
That's a strong name.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. Kyle, were you a Buffy fan?
I was a Buffy fan when I would see like some of the episodes because unfortunately I was not allowed to watch TV on the weeknights, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. You did say that.
And that's when Buffy was on primarily. So I basically was living
through.
I agree,
Rick.
Yeah, they should have stuck to one villain and then they tried to force the other. Big ups.
Too much.
Yeah, that's my cousin, y'all. Yeah, he's that's my cousin. He's 100% right about that. Yeah.
Okay,
there was way too many things happening.
But good. You were saying about you weren't watching, right?
but Buffy, like I honestly I would have watched more of it if I could watch it when it was on. Interestingly enough, though, they wanted to do an animated version. And there is a pilot out there, like an unfinished pilot. It kind of looks like if you've ever seen Kim Possible, kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah.
That
makes sense. Yeah, they did a game, and they had a game for like Xbox, and it was pretty good. But I mean, Buffy was incredible, bro. That's one of my favorite shows of all time. The whole cast, like everything that built up every single season was just a new adventure, and they just kept going. That's why I'm excited to see what they do next. A lot of these remakes of the shows, whether they bring them back and do continuations, they've been good. Yep. Cobra Kai, Full House, even Fuller House was good.
Fuller House, what made Fuller House for me were the three main leads.
Yeah,
the three women. They made the show. Yeah. Like they really made the show. I stuck around for all the seasons because I wanted to see how everything went, and it wasn't as squeaky clean as the original Full House. They were like, look, we're on Netflix now. We're adults. Let's have some adult conversations.
That's right. And Stephanie fine as shit. When she started coming out, she came out with them little outfits and shit, and I was like,
all three of them aged very well.
Yeah, they did. They did. Beautiful women. Guys, listen, bro. We had a lot to talk about, right? You remember what it was like when we was younger, man? We ain't had no bills. We used to wake up and eat cereal and drool and all the other shit. Whatever. We had no responsibilities.
No real responsibilities other than keeping our room clean.
Right? Really, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you got to walk the dog or take out the trash. Wouldn't you love to go back to that?
But, as long as I don't have to go to the same school.
Listen,
that's a longer story.
You're kind of feeling that school shit.
As long as I don't have to go back to the same school, we good.
I guess you. Okay. I got you.
That's it.
But I was figuring this out right here. I saw this and I thought about it, and it says, you wake up and you back in 1995. There's no Wi-Fi, there's no cell phones, and you're back in a simpler time. Now, this is asking what's the first thing you do. First thing I want to know before we get to the first thing that you do, if you're putting yourself in this scenario, and Kyle, it's us and whoever's listening.
Yep.
What do you think you'd be able to even figure shit out right away? Like, think about what's the first thing you would go for if you was like, okay, I'm here. What do I do? The first thing you're going to check is what? Your phone, right? You're going to
like my phone doesn't work. I've seen time travel stories like this. My phone either doesn't work or it disappears. Right. Yeah. So what am I gonna do? I gotta go to a payphone, But then if you go to a payphone, okay, when's the last time you had to memorize a phone number?
Bro, you took the words right out of my mouth. That's literally. People forget, that's why even with this question right here, what's the first thing you do? You know what the first thing you're gonna do? You're gonna panic.
For real. Yes, I am going to panic. I am going to panic, especially if I'm like, say I time travel, but I'm still me, right? So now I gotta go to the house I grew up in, one of the houses I grew up in, hope that one of my family members is there, hope that they believe me when I tell them I'm not a creep or anything. I just need help, you know.
I tell you.
On some Back to the Future stuff, man.
Fred said buy some Apple and Microsoft stock. See, that's always like an answer.
You know what? No,
like, check the lottery numbers and
check the lottery numbers. Find out whoever's making Google and get on the ground floor.
That's right. Go find him, be his best friend. Go. You know, talk to Donald Trump. Go do it. Whatever you got to do.
Invest in Pixar. Oh my God! Wait, this is 95, so Toy Story just came out. Wait a minute.
That's right. Right. Yeah. Toy Story's out. Check it out. For me, after I get done panicking, like, oh man, what the hell is going on? Depending, like you said, Kyle, 9 times out of 10, like you're going back to 1995 where you were at 1995, not just like some random fucking person you don't know. But in 1995, I'm going back and I'm like, damn, okay, what's out? Like, what's going on? Like you just said, Toy Story's in the movie theaters. You know, you don't really remember too much of what was on TV, but I know wrestling is on. I know different things. I know I can go and get me probably like an Ecto cooler. I know I can go and get me probably a Ninja Turtle pie. Yeah, I know I can go on. You know, I'm first thing, honestly, what am I doing? I'm going back to what we used to do before we had our phones and stuff like that. I'm turning on the TV, bro. Yep. I'm hitting the TV, and I want to see the TV Guide channel. And I'm going to go ahead and see what's on, and I'm going to watch that TV Guide channel and then get all my information. Like we used to do back in the day, bro. That was the main thing before our phones and stuff like that. We had the TV, bro. That was the thing telling us everything we were doing. The news, the weather. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. What's on and when, like it, what time it was if you weren't looking at the clock yet. You know,
that's right.
Is that stuff. Plus, you had to be mad patient if you were looking for something specific. If you were looking for a specific show at a specific time, and it scrolled past you, you had to wait again.
All the way around. You wouldn't matter because, you know, they still had the previews at the top. They still showing you the movies that was coming on HBO later on that night or later on that weekend or whatever. So you still had a lot to look at. And I remember we had the TV Guide. You had the TV Guide channel. You had whatever it was. If you had like cable vision and stuff like that. This is up north. Yeah. And then you had what the hell was it? You know, it was the blue one, then there was like the red and white one, and
the public access channels had schedules. Yeah, and like now they're still around, but you know, because of streaming, you know, people aren't seeking them out like that anymore. But they're still around. I mean, basically that's kind of what we do, you know.
Yeah. That's right. You know? So, Kyle, what you doing? What you doing? I'm going to the refrigerator. And I'm going to the TV to turn on and see what's on. I'm probably going to sit there for a while, just eating snacks that I used to love, drinking Gatorade. I'm gonna find me somewhere to get a Gatorade. That's one big thing that I missed from the 90s, bro.
The prices,
the taste of the prices. I hope I got a fresh check in my pocket, like $2,000, something like that, and I just go and just run amok. But Gatorade, bro. I remember I used to love Gatorade, man. Especially like out of 5th grade, 4th, 5th grade. Gatorade was the most popular drink in the planet, yo.
Yep.
But what you grabbing out the refrigerator? What you grabbing?
Out the fridge. Okay, out the fridge. I'm grabbing some Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid? Now.
Out the fridge, I'll probably grab some Kool-Aid or some juice because we always had one or the other in the fridge. And in 1995, I was 1995 through 1997, I was living with my grandmother and my parents, right? Okay. So so I'd go straight to the fridge, look at what day it was, and then go straight to the big old Zenith TV that was in the living room, right? See what's on. Yeah.
Yeah. So Freddie, but you still got stuff that you like to do and stuff like that.
Yeah. It would have been like I would have basically been doing the same thing you would be doing. But also I would probably track down some of my neighborhood friends because because there's a lot of people I lost touch with. But we met around that time, 90s, and just going in the backyard, swinging, and all that stuff. So I would probably track down some of my friends. Now, if I'm still me and I'm not shrunk down to the age I was in 95, then that means I'm gonna run into myself. And what are you?
I'm taking this on some Doctor Who shit now.
Exactly. No, because that's what I'm thinking. It's a time travel thing. So I'm like, okay, am I me from that time, or am I going to see myself?
Yeah, I feel you.
Grab a Crystal Pepsi.
Crystal Pepsi. I'm trying to think. I wonder if I ever had one of those. I mean, they look cool, but I can't remember if I really messed with that back in the day.
I don't think I did either. I remember when they brought them back for that short time.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I remember seeing them. I don't think I ever was engaged in it like that. I mean, it looked dope. I loved, that's one thing about the back in the day stuff. Like we were talking, I love the style of stuff back in the day, bro. Like
everything was bright.
We've mentioned this a lot of times on the show, but it's just like, you miss like seeing the character of stuff.
Yeah.
And even something like Pepsi, man, just the logo and how it looked on the bottle and how they would always try to change up and do something different or have it in a commercial in a special way. Like, yeah, it's like a bottle of water and shit.
It did look like a bottle of water. But cuz tell me, did it taste just like a regular Pepsi, or did it have its own particular taste? Because I've never tasted it. I've seen you, but it didn't really taste all that different. Just from a regular Pepsi, just had a different look. Okay,
it didn't really taste all that different. Yeah, so I mean, it's stuff like that was fun though. Just like remember, I think like in the early 2000s, they came out when Shrek was coming out. They came out with like green ketchup and purple ketchup and stuff. Listen, bruh, the most unappetizing looking crap ever. Crazy ketchup or whatever it's called.
But we had we had Ecto Cooler in the 90s up until the early 2000s, and that was a promotion for Ghostbusters.
I loved Ecto Cooler, bro.
Ecto Cooler was it.
I love High C. Period. High C. Okay, let's talk. So it's 1995. It's 1994. 1995. 1996. Whatever.
Yep.
You got the juice boxes. You was getting your lunch made. You was bringing a paper bag lunch, and it wasn't like we was talking last time. It wasn't like the lunches that the kids bring now, where they got a griddle and a hot plate.
Nah, this was either in a paper bag or an old school lunch box with some Ziploc bags. You know what I'm saying? Right. So
characters on it like Batman and Spider-Man and shit. Yeah, that was what you brought your lunch in. You had a thermos. And you had, but you had juice boxes. Now, if it's me, I'm definitely with the High C. I'm definitely with they had. I don't know if you remember the Juicy Juice ones, and you get them and they have like Arthur on it, and they'd have all the other stuff or whatever on it. But they were super small though, and you had the damn straw was like bigger than them and shit. But you used to like them for the pictures and stuff. What's you grabbing?
It was great. It was great. I think I had, if I remember correctly, I had a Power Rangers lunchbox, right? Because 95, 96, this is when Power Rangers was at its peak of popularity. It came out in 93, and it just blew up. So I definitely either had a Power Rangers or a Ninja Turtles lunchbox.
Nice. Yeah, I did.
And it was just so. And also, this is when Lunchables came out.
Yes. I liked Lunchables for a little while, and then it was just like, all right.
I liked it. I didn't like it like I thought I was going to. I liked the pizza, but the ham and cheese, it just tasted rubbery to me.
And you were still hungry after you got that shit. Like it was like it wasn't
because it was small. Meal. It was like little finger sandwiches.
Yeah, it wasn't like party favors and shit. I mean, I definitely loved the stuff that we used to get, like you said. Like I'm joking about the ketchup and stuff like that, but yeah, we were eating the Ninja Turtle pie, which was literally a green piece of doo-doo with vanilla icing in it.
Come on, no, we did it. We did it because of the branding. The branding got us. They made sure that the branding was for the kids.
Ninja Turtle pie. That junk looked like a green turtle doo-doo, and I know they knew it too.
They knew, but they slapped Ninja Turtles on everything.
That's it. And I bought that.
And people were going to buy it.
They had a I remember they had a you know, there was Ninja Turtle cereal, and the cereal was ass. It was super ass. They had
was it bad? I never got to try it. Was it bad? It was bad.
It had like checks and marshmallows. I don't know if they were trying to play off like, okay, this is like a turtle shell. Look at this shit, bro. Look at this. This is the turtle pie. Yo, listen, I'm talking about it, but let me tell you something. If I found them right now, I'd eat 40 of them. They were still, even though it was like, it looks weird, right? It just looks like a piece of doo-doo. But they were still really good. They taste good. Like, it wasn't like they were bad or whatever. It tasted like one of those pies you get, like, you know, the Hostess pies.
The Hostess pies. Hostess was really good.
They were nasty.
They were.
I like this shit, yo.
Oh man, you know, I never had one. I don't ever remember having one. I remember seeing the commercials, but I never actually remember having one. Even like when you used to trade your snacks, I don't ever remember anybody having a Ninja Turtle pie. You know, man, I remember having devil dogs and all this, you know, all this stuff regularly. You heard?
Devil dogs was shit. Devil dogs was shit too. That was the shit. Yeah. Back in the day, you had your lunch. Your typical school lunch had to be, it was a sandwich. You know, you had a sandwich, had something with peanut butter and jelly. Yep, peanut butter and jelly. You had a ham, turkey, whatever, cheese. Yep. And then you had, you know, of course, you got like a bag of chips, whether it be if you was fancy. If you was fancy, you had the small bag of chips that you got in the assortment box. That if you was a kid, you walked down the aisle, and now they got them in just boxes. But before, they had that shit presented like it was a school project, and you had each one in the plastic showing the chips.
Yep.
And you walk down that thing and say, "Mom, can I please have the bags of chips?" Your mom say, "Nah." And you get the little ShopRite brand or supermarket.
Brand. You go to the little grocery store. But if you go down to the bodega, right?
Like
you go down to the bodega, get yourself a bag for $1, like that, you know, you good.
Yeah.
And
you like the cereal. I didn't like the cereal because of the Chex pieces in it. It was like they had like it was like a little square. Man, fuck it, I'm find it real quick. But it was like it had marshmallows. It had the thing that I liked is you were able to get, it was a bowl, a Ninja Turtles bowl that they gave when you bought it, and I had that shit. I had everything out of that damn bowl, bro.
Man,
everything out of that bowl. Here we go.
I think I had a Raphael one.
Yep, I had a Leonardo. This one's a Raphael one right here. Here, let me show y'all. This shit. This is the type of stuff that, like you said, bro. This is what convinced us to eat this stuff. We didn't give a damn what it was, as long as it had a cartoon character on it.
For real, exactly. Exactly.
This was like, I didn't give a crap. I could have ate dog shit out of this bowl, bro, and it would have been the best thing on the planet to me, just because it was literally a Ninja Turtles bowl that I was eating out of. Yo, stuff was so much simpler, man. Like, it was just so easy to enjoy things and not care about, like, you know, all the dumb stuff that we worry about now. And now, you know, 4,000 channels on TV. I can never find.
And you still, no, it's crazy how, like, remember, like, that old saying, 99 channels and there's still nothing on,
bro.
Now we have not only channels upon channels, and then you go to any streaming site. Everybody's got a channel. We're on a channel, and it's like, oh, okay, let's go on to the next one. Let's see what, you know. Let's go to the next one, next one, and then now you got TikTok. Everything is bite size.
That's right, instant, and that's the gratification. The gratification that people want. They want a 10-second video that they're instantly entertained. They'll stick around if it's really entertaining for 5 minutes, and then that's it. If you cross that barrier, you know. But shout out to y'all, because y'all been watching us talk, and you know what I'm saying, stuff and following.
Yeah, for real. Like, so it is very like I because these conversations are just fun. You know what I'm saying?
Fun, man. I love especially the nostalgia talk and stuff like that. Oh, we're talking about it was very rare. I had everything. The
G.I. Joe, the Batman, the Star Wars. Everybody had, till this day, still everybody had a cereal. But now everybody has to have everything flaming freaking hot.
That's right, flaming hot, every damn thing. Flaming hot chips, the chip challenge. It's so hot, you got a challenge. I dare you to eat this shit. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy work, man. But yeah, man, going into the 90s, here's something that I thought about when I was thinking about nostalgia. And I was like, damn, what stuff? I forgot what triggered it. But yo, you remember this shit?
remember book covers?
Remember getting your damn school books and you had to cover them with,
and you had to cover them, with a paper bag,
That is crazy, yo.
I don't think they had introduced book socks yet until those do-rag looking things you would put on your books.
That's right. That's right. Because I was trying to think like if kids, because my kids, I don't even know if they have books anymore, man. They don't they come home, they have
everything's digital.
They get, they get their laptops, they take the laptops and they bring them home and stuff like that or whatever. But I haven't seen my kids with a damn book or even like kind of a notebook. They do everything online. Whenever they're doing their homework, they got the laptop open, they submit it at the end of the night, they submit it right to the teacher. So it's like when I saw and remember this was why it was fun. And this is also why you had to cover it, because they didn't want you to get them damn books and draw all over it and drop spaghetti on it and
which people did anyway. Because they would give us books that were years old. So you wouldn't even turn a few pages, some pages are ripped, somebody had drawn squiggles, stick figures, penises, all of why penises? Why penises?
Why not?
Because it was easy to draw. I ain't seen nobody draw a vagina. I'm just saying, like, what?
Because it was just the funniest shit to do. Because as soon as you open that book and you're about to read about Benjamin Franklin or some shit,
exactly. And there's a penis there's a penis right there. Mm-hmm. You don't even. It's not like you're looking for it. It's just there. It's just.
What the fuck is me bored? Hey, yo, Kyle, yo. Let's go to the bathroom and shit.
Look, you go into the bathroom graffiti. Look, the bathroom graffiti, because I went to public school and private school. It didn't matter. The bathroom graffiti was some of the worst I had ever seen.
Somebody sitting on. Yo, who the fuck is so bored that you get a pen and you go take a shit
and you just
go and draw? Just shit and get out.
The pen and a marker. There's a comedian I follow. There's a comedian I follow where her gimmick is making songs out of bathroom graffiti.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they still said color in some of the books. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that shit was fucking funny. Yo, people.
Cuz. Oh man.
That shit fucking crazy, yo. That was funny. People sitting there. I don't know this. I don't be using public bathrooms like that anymore. So it's like I tell my kids too. Like whenever we go out, I have my kids. They go to the bathroom before we leave the house.
Yeah.
And then if they have to go when we're out, then I super especially if I got my smallest daughter.
Yeah.
I'll take her in the men's room and I'll clean the whole toilet.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Bro, listen, shit. The bathrooms is gross, man. I can't do that shit. That was funny. All right, Kyle, let's go ahead. Let's reminisce some more, but this is fun. So talking to 90s, man, it's definitely a lot of stuff that, of course, we've had a couple of these episodes and we've talked about a lot of different stuff. That's why I was trying to think of this time, things that we haven't talked about so much. And one thing that I did think of, the board games. Board games was another thing in the 90s, man. It's like, still to this day, but you don't see the commercials and stuff like that as much as you did now. Whether it was like the Don't Wake Daddy.
Don't Wake Daddy.
Yep. Remember that? Don't Wake
Daddy.
And the commercials were so damn good, bros. It was so inventive.
The jingles and everything. Yeah.
Bro, man, it's so good. Mousetrap.
Operation. Sorry.
Come on, bro.
Simon.
Yo, when Simon was like those was like a lot of 70s and 80s toys.
Yeah, but they found their niche in the 90s because Simon fit right in. Like Simon will help you with your coordination. It would help you with your coordination. It would help you with your reaction time.
Yep.
and you weren't even thinking about it.
Yeah, man. And that's why, like, I seen like stuff like this. I love these little collages that shows you just like a whole bunch of different things all at once, man. Bop it. What remember how popular Super Soaker water guns were, man?
Yeah,
Back in the day? Bro,
absolutely.
I don't care what anybody. I had the Super Soaker Power 50 or whatever, the yellow one.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first one I ever had. And then people started coming with backpacks and shit.
The backpacks and the
like,
Boy Meets World season 1, I think episode 2 had
Water
a
World.
whole. It was all about the Super Soaker, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And some and
Penny's fence.
Like, and everybody had. I think Minkus came with the backpack. It was Minkus or one of the other kids came with the backpack full of water, right?
Yep.
This is before we learned the history of the Super Soaker. I had no idea that it was made by a freaking NASA engineer. Are you serious?
Hold on, wait a second, for real?
Oh, you didn't know?
No, hell no. I never heard of that.
Oh, the dude that created the Super Soaker. Yeah, he was an engineer. He was just doing it on a whim. You know, he was doing it because he was bored.
How the hell do people get rich by accident, bro?
He was already an engineer working. He just was doing it as a side project, and it became the Super Soaker. You know,
real. Yep.
You know,
get rich by accident, bro. Just put out the dopest toy that we had in the summertime. Just a
for
damn
real,
water
man.
gun that hit you like a hose and shit outside.
I do remember having one, but my mother was very was very iffy about having like toys that look like guns. You know, anything that And I understand, I understood, I understood that, that, and I don't even think she liked us having laser tag guns either. We had them, but
you did?
We did, but because somebody gave it to us for Christmas, I asked, but my mom really didn't, she didn't care for them,
Yeah,
but
man, listen,
but the Super Soakers. The models of the Super Soakers, the amount of like creativity you have to do to get that design for those things, I'm like,
it's incredible.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, I definitely used to love summertime, man. With summertime, we know you was outside, like you said before. Like, my friends, if I was in 1995, I had a whole bunch of friends that I was going around borrowing video games. That was right when PlayStation was coming out.
Oh yeah, 90, yeah.
Bro, listen, man. When I tell you, I was messaging my cousin the other day where I was just like, to sit in the room and go over your cousin's house, or go over your grandma's house or something like that, and then be sitting there and everybody's playing Sega. And remember, Sega got 2 controllers. 2 controllers. So you play Mortal Kombat, blah, 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 somebody died. Yo, my turn, my go. Nah, you scared. Then you always had the one person that was bashing the shit out the buttons, trying to win harder,
trying to get that fatality.
Yep. 5, 6, 7, 8, 4,
like the left, right.
Damn, and then you had somebody who was always way better than everybody else on that shit. So they never give the controller up. They were beating everybody. Like,
oh yeah. I used to go to the Boys and Girls Club during the summertime, right? So
really,
there used to be they had 2 arcade cabinets that were free to play, right?
Okay.
They had Golden Axe and they had Mortal Kombat 2.
Golden
right?
Axe. Ooh,
you didn't
go. Mortal Kombat.
You didn't need, because it was free to play, you didn't need quarters, right? So everybody was just in a line, and everybody's trying to get that fatality. Everybody's trying to get Liu Kang's animality, because that's when animalities became a thing, right?
Oh, damn.
And I'm like, how in the heck do you? I can never forget that dragon, because every time I tried to play it on Mortal Kombat 3, he always freaking, the CPU always got me. I've never been able to successfully pull off a fatality. So
I never on PlayStation on Sega and Nintendo. I never did a fatality. I can do it now because they give you like the easy ones, but I never learned any of them things, bro.
I don't even
know where people got them from.
They were pushing buttons, seeing what was up, or they had there was guides, and there were guides, and I do not think Nintendo Power had anything, but there were other I don't know when Game Informer magazine became a thing, but
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. They had some code, game code breaker or whatever they had to used to
all
have
the
all those things
yes, and
buttons.
all the cheats. Like
Know
it,
a guy who knew a guy for real. You definitely
yeah,
had to get some keys.
you had to for real. You had to know somebody who knew somebody.
Yeah, yeah. You
Where are
definitely
you getting all these codes from? Where are you getting this? Where are you getting this cheats from? How did you get both the Nintendo and the Sega in your house? What's up? You
tell you,
know,
bro. They worked at the store and they brother over there stealing it and shit.
right?
But yeah, man, definitely a lot of dope stuff we used to have. Here, I got another one for you. Let's go ahead and check this one out. Let me see.
Yep.
Let me see if I got the right one here. All right, it's summertime. We're talking about playing, water guns and stuff like that, right? Yeah,
Yep.
your super soakers. You got you go back in the house or whatever. But then all of a sudden you hear the little song come on, and it's the Ice Cream
It's the
Man, the
ice cream
90s,
man.
bro.
It's the ice cream man.
All right, so you run out to the ice cream truck, and it's the selection. You got the selection on the board. Now, I definitely think some of these wouldn't be out. Maybe it's 2000. Let's say it's 2000s, and Ice Cream Man's outside. Off the selection, what you got, Kyle? What you rocking with?
Off of
You got
this
$5. So
look, $5. I'm getting that Spider Man. Okay, even though it never looked like Spider Man, I'm getting the Spider Man. Ice pop, and I'm getting I'm either getting either a ice cream sandwich or a drumstick. Because out of this selection, you gotta get one of those. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're not lying.
Because all of the like the character like the character popsicle ones, they were good, but they never looked like the character. They looked so just it's close enough.
Like you said, bro, all we had to do is see that shit on the packaging, and that's all we needed.
That's
because
it.
I'll tell you right
It was
now,
nice and colorful.
I'm out there and I see the first thing I got to see. All I got to see is that Ninja Turtle. That was Ninja Turtles was my thing, bro. Like that's all. I had the bed sheets. I had all the toys. I definitely dressed up as Halloween one year. But I'm grabbing that Ninja Turtle pop right there, and like you said, I always like slushies or like icicles. So that Jolly Rancher one, I definitely probably would have grabbed that as a kid. Screwballs, yeah, I loved all of those damn types.
There used to be a they never looked like the picture on the wrapper. Facts, babe. They never did it, but it didn't stop us from eating it. We got the and if they had like the bubblegum eyes, right? We would get like the little bubblegum eyes off of this.
That's right. Yeah, the bubblegum eyes was on their faces and stuff like that on some of them. The Sonic one, the girl one there, SpongeBob. I used to sell them shits. That was one of the jobs that I had. But yeah, Rick, you're very right, because when I went to they had an ice cream truck around here. My kids just went out there last week, and when I tell you, almost every damn thing was like $5. Everything, $5 effing dollars. I know these guys got to make their money, but every damn thing was like $4.75, $5, like every single ice cream bar, bro. That shit is crazy.
Nah, I'd be like, listen. I'm playing. Look, we're making ice cream this year, okay?
I tell you, man,
we're making. It'll be cheaper to make it, or probably not. I don't know, but let's find something and just make it. I'm sorry to take away business, but we can't do it.
Yeah, it's hard, man. It's hard because it's like, like my kids, they be going out through stuff, and like I said, like I got 3 kids, man. And it's like
and another one on the way.
And another one on the way. So it's like letting them trying to have the same experiences, bro. Yo, you go out, just go into the ice cream truck. You spend like $20, man. And then of course you won't get something. They ain't gonna get something and you don't get something. So you got to spend like $30 damn at the ice cream truck, bro.
Man, I used to. There was a if I got a recipe for those, it's a wrap. Yep. No, cause listen, I've been seeing a lot. I've been seeing a lot of do your own like DIY recipes on my feed lately. I'll sing you some stuff for some homemade ice cream, bro. For real.
Especially them jail recipes. You see the the dude that be making motherfucker make Big Macs, everything in jail.
Making like, Big Mac and cheese, all that stuff.
Y'all go to in there making every fucking thing. Nigga made ice cream sandwiches in jail. Like what the out of milk and salt and shit.
You gotta be.
I was at home trying to do it. Like, what the fuck is this?
Oh my god! I've seen it. I've seen it. I couldn't believe it. The only thing I knew about up to a certain point was toilet wine. right? But then I'm seeing whole people make freaking like chowder out of it,
Bro, they
sushi,
make
freaking
everything, yo.
like how do you like I
That shit
I
crazy.
gotta give them props. I gotta give them
Yep.
props, you know.
Making burritos and
Making burritos.
French fries, and I saw. Listen, I saw one video. These motherfuckers they moved the mattress from the bed, and they had a whole bunch of lit toilet papers on fire, and they was making the
Oh.
damn the damn stir fry. On
But wait a minute, I know, like I know the homies not.
Yo.
I know they're not in jail now, but it was like, how did you get away with any of this before?
Oh, listen,
You know,
man, that shit's still happening. That's what I'm talking about. They be on fucking TikTok and shit, making burgers and fries, having barbecues. I'm like, damn, jail is no wonder these motherfuckers keep going back. They don't even care.
Man, yeah,
that shit crazy, yo. I know for real, it's probably worse or whatever. But yo, listen, I'm telling you right now, get on TikTok right now. I guarantee you swipe enough, you gonna see somebody in jail, and they playing cards.
Those prison recipes. Freaking prison recipes. I saw a video recently. It was a video from like a couple years ago where they had the prison phone. It was a small freaking cell phone about like this size, and it was meant for you to sneak it in. And tell me why this project got fully funded from one of the many crowdsourcing sites. It got fully funded. They bought one. These tech reviewers, they bought one, right, to test it out to see how it actually would work. And I'm like, wait a minute, this thing is real. This thing is freaking.
Shit is crazy, yo. They be in there with iPads and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here I got another. Let's do another good one here before we jump into the top 5.
Hit me.
All right, so we back in the day, right? You home. You smelling something that brings back a childhood memory. What you thinking about when you smell some food that you asleep? It's Saturday morning, you know, or Saturday night, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What's something that you can remember, like people in the house cooking, and you like, listen, bro, I'm 5-6 years old again.
Man, I haven't had this in a while, but shepherd's pie.
Damn, I don't know if I ever had shepherd's pie before.
I
know what it is, though.
My grandmother turned me on to shepherd's pie, right? This is when we used to live with her. We didn't have it all the time, but I loved the combination of the potatoes and beef and whatever. I heard that the original recipe called for like lamb, but I don't remember. I don't remember having that. Another one that will always bring me back to my teenage years was my mom's broccoli cheddar cornbread.
Bro, that sounds fucking incredible.
Let me tell you something. It is cornbread stuffed with like cheese and broccoli, right? So my mom, she's the type of person that, you know, she would say stuff like, man, I find food boring. If I didn't need to eat to survive, she wouldn't, right? So she would always look for like a new recipe. She would always look like look through cookbooks and stuff for like a new recipe so she can mess around with. And one day she discovered the broccoli cheddar cornbread, right? We were eating that joint like it was a regular meal. That was a full freaking meal. And then one day she messed around and put sausage in it. And I'm like,
oh yeah, that's a wrap. I eat that.
Man, it's a wrap.
I love cornbread, bro. Cornbread, especially when you put a little sugar in that shit. Oh,
bro,
man, it's like a cake.
Do yourself a favor, okay? Look up the recipe because I know you cook. So look, so look up the recipe. See if you can do it. Your family will probably love you for that.
Bro, my son. You'll ask him what's his favorite food. He'll tell you cornbread and gravy. My son loves cooking cornbread.
Oh yeah. He's from the South.
Oh yeah. He no north in his ass. But for me, bro, believe it or not, like this is every time. Like, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people could probably relate to this, but there was nothing like when you was asleep and it was Saturday, you no school, your parents is home from work, and you wake up just a little bit and you smell that smell of bacon cooking in the morning, bro.
Bacon.
And you just knew your mom's was up in the kitchen and she was cooking up the breakfast, and you like, I'm about to go eat. You wake up, take your piss or whatever, You go downstairs and your plate is on the table, some grits, bacon, and eggs.
Oh, and grits. Love grits.
That was my shit, bro. But I remember that like vividly. Every time I smell bacon, like that's the first thing I think of is like, damn, I remember being small and being able to go ahead and you wake up and that's the first thing you smell, especially when you sleep and you smell it cooking. Bro, nothing like that shit.
Man, it is freaking beautiful. But you know one thing that always bring pizza, the most simplest thing. Pizza will always bring back great memories, for me. Funny thing is I was the kid that would save all his birthday money, his Christmas money, all that stuff, right? So I always had money in my wallet, right? My parents knew that I always had money in my wallet. My dad would be like, why aren't you spending any of your money, man? I'm like, hey, just in case, and just waiting for stuff that I want, right? So they would borrow money from me for pizza.
I do that now. I do that shit to my kid. We give them an allowance. We just borrow some the other day. We just paid them back.
You know what I'm saying? But they were the best though. They would always pay me back.
That's right. Yeah, always pay me back.
Like Kyle, you got 10 for some pizza? I'm like, all right, got you.
That's right. Yeah, we definitely gotta do that shit. But we do that too, bro. Guys, listen, it was nostalgia night, and we gotta wrap it off with the top 5 like we always do. Hope you guys have been enjoying the show. And hope we've been taking you back to a couple of things, a couple other quick slides before we jump into the top 5. Like me and Kyle always talk about, bro, one of the best things about the 90s, there was just so much character, man. And that's one of the things that, somebody had said to me, when I was telling about this show, like, remember going to the whether it be Blockbuster or Hollywood Video or, movie rental spots, and you go, and especially like when the new releases was out, you finally get that movie that you didn't see in the movie theaters, and you go there, you'd have the case would be in the front, and then you'd have to look behind it to see if there was an available movie to rent. And sometimes you just have a whole shelf, 2-3 shelves of a new movie because people knew, damn, these people are going to want to see this. But you go back there to get to move one of them boxes and don't see no movies on that shelf. That shit was heartbreaking, bro.
Oh yeah,
I wanted to see whatever new thing that just came out.
It was the one you were looking forward to the most too.
That's right.
It is just rented out.
Right. Stuff like that is feelings that, man, I don't know if we ain't never gonna feel. I mean, we'll probably feel it in different ways, but you're never gonna have that. This was another thing. Let me just, we're gonna do this before we do the top 5 real quick. This was something else I wanted to talk about because I know we did something. I think on my show the other week we did first times. Yeah. But there's a thing on TikTok where they say, let me write it before I say it and kill it. Last times that you waited on the corner to go to school, last times that you went to your last sleepover, and they'll have it and they'll be like, yo, you didn't realize at this time that this was the last time that you were doing it. One day you woke up and you went outside and it was the very last time that you went outside and played with your friends. Oh, wow. One time you know what I'm saying? Isn't that crazy heavy, man? One time you woke up and you smelled your breakfast cooking in the morning. Your mom was cooking, and that was the last time. You didn't know it. You did not know it. That shit is heavy, real, man.
It is. It is. That started becoming real to me when I moved out. Like when I moved out on my own, that's when because I've only been on my own for almost a decade, right? Okay. So like when I moved out, I was 29, hitting 30. Here I am now pushing 40, and hearing the going through what we're going through right now, it very much just brings back those times of like, if I could talk to my younger self and be like, listen, the next time you go to Blockbuster with your homies, they're gonna have a big DVD/Blu-ray sale because they're going out of business. Okay? Yeah. I want you to grab as many movies as you can.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I want you to grab as much candy as you can because we were broke. I didn't have a lot. I had a job, but it wasn't like I wasn't rolling like that. You know, sometimes
yeah.
it felt that way. Like you got a good couple of days plus time and a half. Word,
Yeah.
okay. You know,
And especially if it was just like when you're younger, man, you ain't have as many responsibilities as you got now. When you're able to
nope.
spend a little bit more, wildly.
Yeah,
But yeah, man. I mean, stuff like that. Like I said, like nostalgia for me, and you, and probably most people.
yeah.
It brings you back to like simpler times. Fun times that you had when you were younger. And those TikToks where it talks about the last time, like one time you went and whatever it was just always like stuff like that. You went on your last sleepover, you waited for the bus for the last time, like
That
you had
last
your
time.
last day of school. And it's
Yeah,
crazy when you stop, like we're almost pushing 40 now, Kyle, and it's like
yep.
this shit goes so fast, man. It goes so fast. And like you said, you were saying earlier about like you had your I guess challenges in school, and
Yeah,
like I had my challenges as well, like
yep,
in life and stuff like that. But it's like
yep.
I'm sitting here having this show at you right now, looking back on a lot of the good times and a lot of the awesome moments that you didn't realize it was the last barbecue with your family. You didn't realize it was my last time going to Seaside Heights, like I was talking about on Tuesday's show.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just it really does help you gain some perspective on
Really?
how to try to cater your life for the rest of our lives at this point. Like enjoy the moments, man. I'm
Yeah.
talking to my kids now about the different things that that they need to look out for. They're going into high school.
Mm.
And it's like it's crazy because I remember going in high school, but I don't know what their situation is going to high school. It's not the same as my
It's not
situation.
the same. Nope.
It's crazy, bro.
Everything, like certain things stay the same, but the vibe is always going to be different because there's always going to be something new. There's going to be either a new teacher,
Yeah.
new like paint on the wall. Some classes are going to be, switched around. Some things are going to be different. Case in point, my grandmother for a while, she's like fully retired now, but for a while she was working, at a daycare with the kids, right? And she was working at a school that used to be another type of school, right? And I used to go to that school. It used to be a private school called St. Margaret. She came to me one day and she's like, I'm back at I'm back at the old St. Margaret building. I'm like, what? And she says a lot of stuff still looks the same. They just painted over some stuff.
Yeah, change the
But
image.
that was elementary school. That school went from kindergarten, no, from pre-K to 8th grade. I left after 6th grade. So when she said that, I had a flood of memories come
memories.
A flood of memories come back, good and bad.
Man, it's crazy. But yeah, man, guys, just if you're watching right now and you're just thinking like we're talking, just think of it, yo. At one point, you had the last time, man, and you didn't know it. You didn't know it was the last time you were going to drive that car that you loved, or had that toy that you was playing with. One day,
or go to that store that you used to go to like all the time. Walgreens right down the street from me just shut down. Right.
You went there all the time to buy sodas. You went there all the time to buy chips or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Little shit like that. It's crazy how those things you don't realize how they affect you. But some of the times when I'm thinking about like back in my childhood neighborhood and stuff like that.
Yep.
I remember going to 7-Eleven. There was a 7-Eleven and a Burger King right at the entrance of the apartment complex. It was a big apartment complex you live in. And it was a Burger King and a 7-Eleven. And one of the things I used to love Burger King. We used to go there. We used to walk there sometimes. Go get Slurpees, and we go get burgers and Happy Meals and shit. And it's just crazy. Like I miss that. You can go to Burger King any fucking where, but I miss that Burger King. Like
you miss that Burger King because that was like your spot.
That's it.
That was your spot. The 7-Eleven. I used to live right down the street from the 7-Eleven for a while, right? Me and my boys, we would always go down. We would get dropped off after school at the 7-Eleven, right? So we hit the 7-Eleven, pick up whatever energy drink was out, right? Because this was like when energy drinks started becoming more and more popular. So I wanted to try everyone that was out, right? I wanted to try. I tried them so often. My mom thought I drank beer. because they all look like freaking beer cans. So one day
yeah.
she sees me with a Sobe note with like a Sobe no fair that looked like this, and she looked and she asked me like, Kyle, do you drink beer? I'm like, Mom, I'm 17. What do you mean?
Yeah.
But I was drinking them so often that she got worried. You know?
Yeah.
But I
love
missed that.
experience.
You know?
Yeah. I definitely get it, man. I mean, that's some shit that'll hit you right in the feels, especially if you're getting older, man. You're getting older. At this point, we've been through a nice little chunk of life, yo. People can't say to us, "Oh, we're super young anymore." You know, we're still young. We're still young.
We still look that way, but as soon as I get her from this couch, my back's gonna hurt a little.
Oh shit! Listen, my knees.
I already know. I already know.
It, bro.
My posture is not great, so you know.
It is what it is. All right, guys, listen. I hope you guys enjoyed that trip down memory lane. We got a little bit more trips for you. Right now, we're gonna hit our top 5 favorite nostalgic commercials. Now, Kyle, I know we said we were gonna talk about top 5 commercials. Yeah, but I think that hopefully we both have the same kind of idea. Like we kind of did commercial genres. If you guys want to get it, I got a couple that I know of from the genres though. But let's kick this off and say my number five. Ready?
Yep.
Cereal commercials, man.
Cereal commercials.
I don't think there's anybody who can argue that some of the best commercials on TV when you were a kid was cereal. I don't care if it was Tony the Tiger, Toucan Sam,
or that Trix Rabbit.
That damn rabbit who was trying to get fucking cereal. Nobody gave him some for whatever reason.
Gave him any. Just give him some freaking cereal.
Tricks are for kids, bro. But he was always trying to get it, bro. There was so much personality in cereal commercials, man. And you know, Fruity Foot. Good night, baby. You okay? Yeah. Okay, get some sleep, bro. Yeah, you got Fruity Pebbles. You know, of course, Barney and the Flintstones. They had Cocoa Pebbles and Fruity Pebbles commercials all the time. Captain Crunch, Cocoa Pebbles, one of the biggest ones. Man, where you know the Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs or whatever.
Yeah, I forget. His name was Sonny, I believe.
Sonny, yeah,
Sonny. Yeah, like these commercials, they had a lot of personality. The Flintstones, I've seen, they have advertised so much. They like before they ever advertised in cigarettes. Like back in the day, cigarettes and beer and all this stuff. Then they were like, okay, we got to make it more friendly. So cereal. Then you had the Trix Rabbit. I didn't realize how long the Trix Rabbit has been around. Like most of these characters predate us. We just remember we just remember their commercials for our decade. It was just it was great. But give the Trix Rabbit some cereal.
Let them have some damn cereal. Everybody else eating cereal and stuff like that. Captain Crunch, Honey Smacks. Remember the frog from Honey Smacks? You had Toucan.
Oh yeah, he was Dig'em. He was cool. And
the honeybee from Cheerios.
Oh yeah,
the honey nut
Cheerios
Buzz. Buzz,
yeah. And a friend of mine told me that she had some Waffle Crisp. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, they still sell Waffle Crisp? Yeah, Waffle Crisp was underrated, man. Like that was
French toast, because French toast came out and there was a wrap after that.
It was a wrap.
Once French toast came out, everybody talked about French toast. Nobody remember Waffle Crisp.
Man, no, I just remember the commercials. The old ladies were funny, trying to cheat their ways to get the Waffle Crisp.
That's right. I forgot about those. That's right. Those are good too. Yeah. All right, top 5. I got number 5 is cereal commercials for me. What you got? Your top 5?
Number 5 so number 5 for me was for a website called freecreditreport.com.
Oh, right? Yeah, I already know.
One of my favorite things, because remember they had the guy that would just come out with songs for it, right?
Yep.
And my favorite song was "I Married My Dream Girl." Right? It goes, "I married my dream girl, but she didn't tell me her credit was bad."
Is this the one where he was in the car, or was he the pirate? Which one was it?
It's the one where he's living with her parents he's living with her parents in a basement, right? So
that's right. That's right.
I don't know. The song stuck in my head. It's forever stuck in my head.
They were
because I
great
was waiting for
commercials. That's
somebody. I
why.
was waiting for somebody to use it. I was waiting for somebody to like sample that commercial.
Yo, those commercials were so damn good. And I
Mm-hmm.
remember it was like when the first one when he was in the car,
Yeah.
that smells credit report, that's a free credit report.com, baby. Dun, dun,
Mm-hmm.
dun, 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 where court runs on, baby. And he's sitting
Mm-hmm.
there jamming the fuck out.
Yeah, because they were actually like they like they're not the best, but they're decent songs.
They were good.
I
Yeah.
wanted full songs.
Yeah, they were really good. The one in the car, the one when they were pirates in the restaurant, and
Yep.
damn, the blurry picture. But yeah, but
That
they
one,
were
yes.
really good in
Yep.
the basement, right?
In the basement, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Both of them playing a guitar, stuck in the damn rooms, trying to
Mm-hmm.
decorate it. Yeah, that was definitely one of the ones when you were when we were talking about commercials. Those are like one of the first ones. Those are like 2000s.
Yeah.
They started coming out. That yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember them. Those was really good. All right. 2 number 5s is down. Let's go ahead and jump right into number 4. My number 4, let me see. What do I got? I have video game commercials, baby. Some of the best and most fun, animated or real. Whether it was Sega. Remember how good the Sega commercials were, bro?
Oh,
when
yeah.
they were battling Nintendo?
Yeah.
Bro, so damn good, man.
I was thinking about putting one of them on my list for the. Oh, okay.
Bro.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Back in the day, Mortal Kombat commercials, and then of course when like, the wrestling games started coming out for PlayStation and all of the stuff, N64, Pokemon. Remember Imagine Me and you and me. For the Smash Brothers. Yep.
I remember now. See, now you got me thinking of that the Christmas commercials they had for N64, right?
Bro.
There was these guys singing about the games that the games that they wanted for the N64, and it was just like it was very well done. I had a PlayStation, right? I had a PlayStation and a Dreamcast, and my cousins had N64, and we would just go back and forth on stuff like Mario and Mario Party. That was the first time I ever played Mario Party, and Pokemon Snap and Pokemon Stadium, and oh man.
Yep. So they were really good, man. But yeah, I used to love the video game commercials for 2 reasons. Like, of course, seeing the video games and wanting to play it and everything like that or whatever. But they also were they were very well done, man. I remember a lot of those PlayStation commercials, whether it be Crash Bandicoot, Resident Evil. Oh man, the Resident Evil ones were fucking insane, bro. It's like they had so much good production. It's like it made you instantly like want to buy the game. Silent Hill. Yeah, it was a lot of really good ones, man. But yep, video game commercials definitely high on my list right there. All right, Kyle, what you got? Number 4.
Number 4, I gotta go with the Obey Your Thirst campaign for Sprite. Now, specifically, specifically,
that's a good one, bro.
Like specifically, and my cousin could probably chime in on this. It's the Voltron one, where they had rappers form Voltron. They were battling Zarkon from freaking Voltron, and they had they had some like some awesome MCs from then, and they're all in the Lions, but it was like in parts. You would see they all had stories. That's another thing about these commercials.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Mac 10, Common.
Yeah, exactly. It was Mac 10, Common, Africa Bambaataa. I forget who else, but
That's
it was
crazy.
It was like very like I don't know who came up with that, but this was around also the time that they had the those commercials where they were battling each other or freestyling in the studio, and then next thing you know they had this one Common Mac 10, all that. I'm like, what?
I completely forgot about that.
Fat Joe was in this, and I remember one day my cousin came over because we were hanging out, right? And he queued up these commercials, and I'm like, oh my god, this was at the time, this was before I got in like really got into anime, and I'm like, that right there, that was the crossover. That was hip hop crossover with anime, basically.
Yeah, really. Yeah, 'cause I'm gonna be honest with you, I completely forgot about that. You know, the Sprite commercial that I remember more than anything? I
Yeah.
remember the one where, of course, the ones with Shaq and stuff
Yeah.
like that, but the one where the guys, they were doing like they were on the basketball court and
Yep.
they were like playing like they were the hardcore basketball guys or whatever. And then they
Yep.
said cut, and they said, I went to Harvard and I'm
I
gonna
went to Juilliard, and excuse me. What's my
bro.
motivation? What's my motivation?
That shit was great, man. That was a classic one right there. I remember that shit. Yeah, Sprite commercials used to go hard. Sprite
Yeah.
was soda commercials in general.
Soda.
Soda was
Yeah.
another one. Everything was, bro. I just don't understand how there is like, I'm not saying anybody's arguing, but I'm just like, how did we downfall so bad, bro? Like, what happened? Like,
we
everything
went
used to have
we went the minimalist. We went the minimalist route. You
That's
know.
really fucking sad, man. The generation that was brought up on all of this personality and character, we
Yep.
killed it. Like, how the fuck did we wind up killing it?
I don't know. Oversaturation. People
We were
thinking that they
raised
got
on this shit.
no idea. Like no idea. Which is why I'm glad I still have my imagination. To be
Me
honest.
too. Me too. That's why I'm glad we still got TikTok to show us how great everything was. I show my kids. Hopefully their generation will bring it back. But all right, number 3. We on number 3 already. We rocking through it. We rocking through it. Yep. This is an easy one for me, and this is going to be a good one. I'm pretty sure you're going to know when I'm saying this one. Christmas commercials, bro. All day,
yeah.
All Christmas. I used to love. There's so many ones that are still on, the same ones to this day.
Yep, true.
And whether it was, of course, the legendary. Wait a minute, damn! I can't find these damn pictures I got here. I had a whole bunch, but like I said, StreamYard's been tripping. But whether it be the legendary, like Coca-Cola commercials with the the polar bears, bro,
and the truck.
Yes. Hold on, I'm gonna find this effing thing. But and then of course you had the M&Ms, they come out, or the classic.
That one comes every year, and it still gets a laugh.
Oh yeah,
he does exist. They do exist.
They do exist. And then of course, the classic Campbell's soup. When the kid was eating the Campbell's soup as a snowman, when he goes in the house, and then all the
he
soup
melts,
melts him into a regular kid again. That shit is legendary, bro. Where's this thing at? I'm trying to pull it up right now. But it was also like another time where it's just like, see, the Coca-Cola, bro. This, right? Come on, bro. Like, how is it not Christmas? I'm watching it now and it feels like Christmas right now.
Because it's a really well done, commercial, and they sell a lot of Coca-Cola. I mean, it was because of Coca-Cola that we got the version of Santa that we have. So
yeah, that's right.
It really, because that's like Santa Claus is basically their mascot. It's them in those in those polar bears, So and this was a really well done commercial. I wonder. Okay, I don't know. Every year, like somebody would get like a Hess gas station truck.
Man,
like action figure trucks. I love
those. Yeah, my mother used to collect them. I used to play with them shits all the time, bro. I used to love them trucks.
Was there like a Coca-Cola? Yeah, was there like a Coca-Cola equivalent? Because I feel like there should have been.
There was. I'm pretty sure there definitely was. There was train sets. There was a whole bunch. I know that the Hess trucks back, and it's better than ever for Christmas this year. The Hess trucks here. Mm-hmm. Hess truck. My mother had a whole bunch, and I'm the reason why she don't got the motherfuckers no more. Because I used to pull them out. Play with Power Rangers, play with wrestlers, the ladder matches. I love those trucks, bro. But this is my favorite Christmas commercial of all time. Like you said, of course, the M&M's one was one of my favorites. Where's that? Right here. The M&M's one, Santa.
Classic.
Yep, of course. Definitely a great one. But this one is my favorite. Like, literally, as soon as I hear these little candies start doing their little bell, it is Christmas time. I don't give a fuck what time it is. I love it, bro. But ever since I was a kid, these commercials are still on today. That's the great part about it, or whatever. I've been watching them for years.
That's the holidays.
Yeah, man.
You kind of wait for these. Now you see them online, right?
Yeah, All the time. You see a TikTok as soon as it hits May. We're already watching them now, and all of a sudden, it's 400 days of Christmas or whatever. And
just wait. Just wait. And if I see you put another Halloween costume up before we get close to Halloween, like they put these joints on in June.
On Valentine's Day,
July.
Yeah. Valentine's Day, they got on full fucking costumes and makeup. Is it October yet? Nah, bro. We just New Year's just 2 weeks ago. Stop getting ahead of yourselves. That's why years passing by so fast. All right, Kyle. What's your number 3, bro?
Man, okay. So number 3 is that gum commercial was like the spokesperson was like, for a good clean feeling. I forgot what they were advertising. I forgot what the brand was. It was a brand of gum.
It's not Stride. No, not Stride. It was for a clean, fresh mouth.
Yeah.
What the hell was it? I know. And they had the lint liquor. You lint liquor.
Like, look. What the French toast? Was
that one.
Who you calling a cootie queen? You lint liquor. I'm like, look, I want to know more about these people. What the heck happened after this?
What the hell was that gum?
Wait, oh man, oh, now it's gonna bother me.
Hold on, let me see. Lint liquor gum. I'm gonna put lint liquor gum.
Lint liquor gum.
I'm like Google's. I'm like, what the hell are you looking for?
You're right. Your Google searches are messed up. Orbit. It was Orbit.
Orbit. Yeah, there you go. Orbit was the gum for a dirty mouth. You need clean, fresh Orbit gum.
Man,
back in the day, bro.
Because that hits my feed every once in a while, and I'm like, that's gotta go on the list.
Yep, that's definitely one of the main ones that was back in the day. Gum was another one that, bro. I mean, I keep saying it like what wasn't a good commercial that they put a lot of production into, bro. Whether it was candy, whether it was snacks, whether it was food, it was everything. Everything they had really good selling points on. Yeah. That was dope. Definitely. Speaking of food and everything, fast food and all of that stuff, whatever. My number 2, fast food commercials, bro. I don't care what it is. If it's McDonald's, if it's Burger King, Wendy's. Remember, there was always a character. Wendy's had Dave Thomas, the guy with the glasses.
Yep.
You son of a biscuit eating bulldog.
Bulldog. Yeah. Now, Babe came in with that one.
Yep, that one. I remember that joke too. But all the different food commercials, they always had they had representatives. You had the remember the donut guy? What the hell was his name? Not Dave.
I forgot.
Donut guy? Fred from Dunkin' Donuts. He had the black little mustache like Mario.
Wanted to make the donuts.
Bro, listen, man.
They had a cereal.
Dunkin' Donuts. Everything had a cereal. That's another
thing.
Does
Dunkin' Donuts need a cereal for?
Bruh, listen,
you already got coffee and donuts on lock. What the heck you need a cereal for?
That's right.
And the Ronald McDonald characters, I miss them.
Me too.
To a degree, I didn't think I was going to miss a bunch of mascots. Because they just all disappeared. Right?
Yeah, they were fun, bro. Somebody was talking about it the other day. I forgot what show I was talking on. But they were talking about how Ronald McDonald, you don't see him anymore. They just kind of phased him out or whatever. But he was a lot of fun, man. They got rid of everything for kids.
They phased everybody out. Like they had a whole. They basically had a whole. It was a whole universe.
Talking is it on? I don't know. Hopefully you can still hear me. I don't know.
Yeah, I can still hear you.
I'm having technical.
Can you hear me?
Stuff recently.
Can you hear me?
One second. Give me a second. Let me just go ahead and switch this over here.
Yeah.
Switch this here. All right, say something.
1 2 1 2
1 2 1 2.
There we go. Okay, I hear you now. I got to put it on the big speaker.
Yeah.
But luckily it's the end of the show anyway. But man, I used to love if you remember Burger King and stuff like that. You had the kids,
Burger King Kids Club,
Kids Club, all of that stuff or whatever. Man, such awesome. They was really marketing us, man, because they knew we was gonna bug our parents to go get us some damn McDonald's after we got done, doing whatever we was doing, and they definitely did.
Yep.
Toys, everything. My kids just got McDonald's. We had got no, as a matter of fact, Burger King. We got Burger King Happy Meals a couple days ago, and yeah, they have Peppa Pig in there. I think How to Train Your Dragon now, but they were
Is the
balling.
Happy
They
Meal
were like
box
together.
true?
Yeah, they didn't even have the boxes no more. Burger King don't have the damn the crown anymore for you to wear.
They had that creepy king with the plastic looking face, you know. But
yeah, I don't know.
Oh man,
Used to be fun. Stuff used to be fun, bro. What Ty say? Their mascot now is Happy Meal box with face and.
Yep. Yep.
We had that too, though. We definitely had. They had. You remember the stupid toys they had at one point in the 90s?
Yep.
Where they had like it was like the French fries were turning into a fucking robot or something.
Listen, it was creative. It was creative, and all the toys that they were promoting at the time. Not everything was like a movie or cartoon tie-in. It was just stuff.
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
It was just
definitely a lot of fun having that. All right, that's my number 2, Kyle. What you got for your 2?
Number 2, number 2. I gotta go with the Nerf commercials.
Oh man,
Nerf or nothing, bro.
Damn, looks like we ain't gonna match each other. We ain't gonna match each other on none of these.
That's the only. This is gonna be one of those weird times where we don't. The Nerf or nothing commercials. Now, I was reminded of like how ridiculous it would get. Like there's one commercial where it's got this thing called the Nerf Battle Storm, and you had one kid like saying, "Hey, if you don't have one, you're just a target," and he's about to shoot a kid that's on a target. I'm like, okay, that's a bit dark there.
It's a little rough.
It's a little
people didn't give a damn what they did.
It's a little rough. Like I guess somebody who used to get bullied in school wanted to do that to their bully. That's probably where that came from.
Oh yeah, I bet. But you want to know something that we talk about that, like, yeah, Nerf back in the day, it was definitely, you had a lot of different things you can choose from and a lot of different guns and stuff. But now, man, listen, they load these motherfuckers like they're going to the army for real. Have you seen some of the real Nerf guns they have where it comes in parts and sections? Like they're fighting Jurassic Park or some shit? Yeah, that junk is crazy now.
I guess they had to do something to stay relevant.
It's crazy. They have like certain ones where you have like zombie apocalypse survival guns and stuff like that. They'll have clips that you put the darts in. Yeah, Nerf is crazy, bro. It's a whole world.
Mm-hmm.
It's mad money. That's the only reason I didn't get into it. But shit, I would love to go if I had like I bought some for my kids, my son. There's an old picture of him that I had with him. He's got a whole bunch of Nerf guns and swords. And he stuck it in his shirt, and he's holding his gun. He's got the other gun in his hand.
I forgot they had the swords too,
bro.
Yeah, they had the swords too, and they got into archery a little bit for the girls.
Yep, they go in. Yeah, Nerf always was. They always knew what they were doing. Whether it would be the footballs, that was my shit back in the day. The footballs, the spiral footballs, where you throw them and they whistle and all that shit.
I had one.
Mm-hmm. I love those damn things. It was different time, guys. Radicular tube, yeah, yo, Ty, you are not lying, man. It's so. I know when I go upstairs, because we've been talking about this so much, I'm gonna go on TikTok and it's going to be nothing but nostalgia. That's all it's going to be. I'm positive of it.
Mm-hmm.
But we lived in some really good times, man. We could be proud of it. Nerf, that was a good one, bro. All right, Kyle, let's wrap it up, man.
Mm-hmm.
We got our number ones coming at you, and my number one commercials back in the day is definitely, wait a minute, put my damn top 5 back up here. Definitely Toys R Us and toys. All day. I don't care what it was. Listen, bro, there was nothing like sitting down as a kid and watching your favorite cartoons and watching whatever you like to watch. And then you see, of course, your sister's there, and the little stupid Barbie commercial comes on, or the Barbie dollhouse comes on, and you looking like, oh, I don't like that stupid toy, blah, blah, blah. But then, out of nowhere, this big, dramatic toy, Batman cave and everything like that. He's fighting, and there's water, and the Ninja Turtles are fighting, and they're really coming out the sewer, eating pizza, and they're really, really live and shit. There was nothing like them damn bro. I remember I used to go to my mom's and then be like, "Yo, mom, can I get the whole set? I wanted the
You
whole
wanted everything.
commercial set, bro. Everything, yo. I don't want to grow up.
I'm a
I'm a
Toys
Toys
R
R
Us
Us
kid.
kid. They got so many toys, it will really flip your lid. From cars to trains
Trains and
and video
video
games.
games.
It's
It's
the
the
best
greatest
toy
toy
store
store
there
there
is.
is.
I don't
I
want to
wanna
grow up,
grow up.
'cause
'Cause
baby,
maybe
if
if
I
I did,
did, I
I
wouldn't
wouldn't
be a
be a
Toys R
Toys R
Us
Us
kid.
kid.
Yeah, let's go. Beeline, I haven't showed off for y'all in a while. That was great. Good job, Ty.
Yeah, man.
Yo, Toys R Us, man. Let me tell you something. There was nothing in childhood that was like when you pulled past a Toys R Us and your parents stopped. What?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Man, listen, what a place, man. What a place, yo.
Yeah, and you had some,
Amazing.
and you actually had some, money of your own to spend. Like get
Yes.
those
Yes.
Jeffrey bucks. Like when you got
Oh,
Jeffrey bucks
yeah.
for Christmas, that was gold.
Yep. For real. Yo, remember the bags? Remember like the old Toys R Us, like the big bags?
The big bags.
You'd have like the yellow and the red and
Mm-hmm.
the same colors, but it'd be a whole bunch of Toys R Us logos on it.
Mm-hmm.
Saw that bag and you just knew, bro. Remember, this was the best part. You go to Toys R Us, you get some toys in the bag, and then you see it in the trunk of the car, and you looking back, especially if you got a station wagon, and you
Yeah.
looking like, man, I can't fucking wait to get home.
Man, it's
Can I
very.
put it in the car? Can I
I
put it in
re-
the car? No, I don't want that shit on my car.
You know what I remember the most about Toys R Us besides
Damn.
besides the obvious, the smell. It had a
Oh
very
man.
distinct plasticky smell to it. And
Yeah. Brand new
there
toys
you
out the
go.
box.
Yeah, I know exactly what that is. You hit us with the white tiger Zord.
Yep. White Tiger Zords, them Power Rangers, bro. Listen, I had all of them shits, bro. I had the new Zords, the old Zords, the Ninja Zords, the Ninjago, the White Ranger, the Dragon. I had all of that shit, bro. My sister had this little doodle bear thing.
I just saw the
Yo,
commercial for that. It hit my feed the other day.
we was spoiled, bro. We had a lot of shit. My parents definitely took care of it. I
A lot
can't
of creative
I cannot
stuff.
bitch at all.
A lot of. Oh, okay.
Remember this dumbass toy?
What the heck was this? No, they
Fire,
really
fire! A little stupid idiot running around screaming all day, shooting people.
shooting, but once again, it was right there. Somebody during a water gun fight had one of those.
Yep, like an
You
idiot. And nobody ever wanted to play with him. I'm like, nah, he's annoying as hell.
man,
That
no,
doesn't even work without you yelling.
we turn it every to a weapon. I remember every holiday season they'd always mail a catalog.
That's right.
The catalog. We were just told to circle what we
What we wanted.
wanted, and Santa could see what he can do. My
See what
dad
he
would do
would
the
do.
same thing. My dad
That's
would do the
right.
same thing. He would give us the catalog. He would be like, "Okay, pick your 5 favorite things. See what Santa can do for you." Right?
That's right. That's what we
Mm-hmm.
did. That was it, yo. That was the good old days, man. We see the catalogs too. That you can go online now. You'll see there's a whole bunch. Sometimes I just look through the old school circulars, 1993, 1994, see all the old Batman toys and how
Mm-hmm.
much the prices were. Believe it or not, like we talk about games and stuff like that. Them Sega games stuff. Them shits was like $50.
Yeah,
They
they
was
were
all
still
for the
expensive
same stuff.
depending on the game. Like, because it was no like real regulation.
That's right.
I thought that everybody had to sell the same, basically the same price, but nah. One was 50, one was 35, one was 60. 60.
That's right. 60
Now they're
bucks.
all about to be 80 digitally.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, it's crazy. I haven't even bought it, and that's just the base. Like it's not even like with everything. I haven't
Mm-hmm.
even bought a game in a while. I have so many games, bro. That like once I got the chance, they give you free games every month. Like
Yep.
we do the whole PlayStation Network stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
I got so many games I don't even fucking play. So I stopped buying games really until something comes out like Resident Evil or something like that. I really get that.
I'm trying to
But
get back. I'm trying to get back into it, but it's a very very expensive hobby,
yeah,
and
it is.
but there's a lot of good games out there, and I'm trying to get back into it.
Them damn Spider-Man games. Me and my son had just beat that Spider-Man, the newer Spider-Man one. That shit is phenomenal. All the Batmans are phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of good games, bro, and there's a lot more. Like you said, there's a lot more coming out soon.
Oh
there's
yeah,
a lot of games coming out recently. So all right, Kyle, wrap us up, man, with number one, and we gonna close it out, bro.
Crossfire.
Crossfire.
You get caught up in the look between the Crossfire, like the effects in the Crossfire commercial, making the game look so epic, right? It was between that and the laser tag games that I had to really think about.
Yeah,
because the laser tag games, these things look like action movies for no reason.
Real. Especially the Crossfire commercial. They made that Crossfire commercial the most big thing ever. And let me tell you something. I don't know if you ever played it, but
I did, like once or twice.
Wrong. Like that game sucked.
But they
got that for Christmas one year, and it's literally the stupid balls are sitting there. You have to shoot this other stupid thing. It just was not fun, bro.
It was like, to me, I think they were trying it. If I look at it, it reminds me of hockey. Like it kind of reminds me of like air hockey, right? And I love that. Yeah. And I loved air hockey. Still to this day, I do. That's the only kind of hockey I could play.
Yeah, I remember knock hockey with the wood and the sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, knock hockey was the shit. Now you're absolutely right. I never thought of it like that, actually. Yeah, Crossfire was kind of like you had to shoot your thing or whatever. It would be a star,
those slides, those pucks, you know.
Yeah,
and the star and the triangle. Mm-hmm.
But all you wound up doing was keep fucking grabbing these stupid metal balls and throwing them in. And sometimes it didn't even shoot. I hated that fucking game. We played that one time,
but the commercial was dope.
One time and then pushed to the side. I never played that thing again.
The commercials were dope though, but they got you. They did exactly what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a great show. Thanks, fellas. Thank you for joining in, Ty. We appreciate you watching.
Always, babe. Thank you for enjoying it.
It's 11 o'clock. We did good tonight, Kyle. Definitely a great episode, man. Really sent me back, and I'm sure you know that's the goal of the show right here. Those nostalgia shows are great, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
And
shout out to my cousin Rick for joining us tonight too. That was a great thing to see between you and Ty. It was like had a lot of memories unlocked, you know.
Yeah, man. Definitely big shout out to everybody in the chat and everybody who's been watching, man. We really thank you. We get on here, we try to entertain you guys with just talking regular, man. We ain't doing nothing serious, just giving you our thoughts on stuff and just talking about stuff that we think that you guys like to hear. Next week, I don't know what next week's gonna be. We're gonna figure out whatever we're gonna talk about next week. I know we definitely have a watch list. We're definitely gonna have recommendations.
Yep.
And try to see what else is going on, man. There's a lot going on in entertainment. And let me just say this out loud. I'm just gonna say this right now. I'm not talking about no Diddy case. I don't care about none of that bullshit. I'm not interested at all, bro. Kyle, are you interested in it at all?
The most I've been interested when it came to the Diddy case was the courtroom drawings, because those things look crazy. Like whoever they have, whatever team they have drawing them, like they have just the worst. He's sitting right in front of you. How do you think he looks like that? You know?
Yeah, they draw them just super fast. They be sitting there scribbling that junk in. But I don't know. For me, bro, just like on the strength, I feel like it's supposed to be like such a blatant distraction. I feel like it's like one of the most blatant distractions in a time where there's so much change happening. That the last thing we need to care about is what's going on in the entertainment industry, which we all have known. I mean, we don't know specifics, but we definitely know that you got a whole bunch of bullshit going on, man. I don't care about freaky ass backdoor backstage parties, y'all. Man, listen,
look,
I'm not
even all I want to know is the people that were actually victimized from this, are they okay? And the ones that and the ones that participated in it, what I'm saying, I feel, number one, it makes me sad, but at the same time, like, look, I'm not putting too much into this, because there's so much other stuff going on right now.
Yeah.
And I ain't got the time. Like, I do not have the time or the brain space to feel that.
Bro. Sometimes, unfortunately, yo, and this is how I feel a lot of times. I ain't hating on nobody's struggle, but what I'm saying is a lot of fucking people try to do a lot of shit to try to get where they want to be. Yep. And then when shit happens and it goes over their head and they're in too deep, then everybody cries wolf. I'm sorry. Like, you wanted to be famous. You wanted to go to all this shit. Ain't none of this shit brand new. You know what you're getting yourself into when you get into a lot of this stuff. I'm not saying it's an excuse to anybody to mistreat you or abuse or anybody.
Absolutely not.
But at the same time, it's just like people have to start wising up. Like you were just about to say, Kyle, ain't nobody got the energy to be, oh, so many people. Y'all motherfuckers need to wise up, bro. If you don't want to be in these bad situations, stop putting yourself in them. Like, there's plenty of celebrities who are out here. Method Man was over there saying it. And listen, I don't know what he's done in his life, but he was saying it too. These industry people know what they're doing, bro. They know what they're selling their damn soul to. You know, you getting involved with. You didn't just I did it. No, you didn't. Come on, be real. I'm not playing with that shit, bro. I don't got no energy for none of that bullshit. So good luck, have fun, but I ain't talking about that shit. So
nah, I'm good. No, I'm good.
I'd rather talk about nostalgia and fun stuff like we do every week. I ain't interested. That ain't here. But great show, Kyle. We're gonna be back next week. And tonight we're going to say thank you, guys. But of course, always while you go to sleep tonight, make sure you wake up tomorrow and stay true, stay positive, because we ain't talking none of that negative crap. We ain't doing it. We're going to stay true, stay positive.
Stay positive. Keep your head up, people. Keep your head up. All right. Stay positive. Have positive thoughts. If you're a creator, create. If you're someone out there is wondering what your purpose is, don't worry, it will come to you. Okay?
Good advice.
In the meantime, in between time, always be yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Very true. Very true words. And you're gonna find life a lot easier to get through. Beeline, we out. Peace out, Cobb. Great night, brother.
Peace, bro.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed that episode, make sure you head on over to the Beeline Entertainment LLC YouTube channel, where we have so much more for you. We have the Beeline Web Show on Tuesday nights, as well as Straight Through the Ropes Wrestle Talk on Wednesdays, and of course, the Beeline Entertainment Show on Thursday night. Join us and make sure that you hit that like, hit that share, and of course, subscribe with that bell button for the notifications so you can make sure you're getting all the great content from the Beeline